Guys, Judge Vanderby Court is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1030, Armstrong case.
Thank you. You're welcome. You all may be seated. Okay, Mrs. Armstrong?
Yes, Ms. Judge.
Okay, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, Miss Tally over here, we decided to have a baby together about 3 years ago. And we got a divorce. And now I just need her to pay some child support.
Okay. Well, you guys are going through a divorce, right?
Well, yes, sorry, we're going through a divorce. I wish it was over already. But I've been paying health care for a long time, ever since the baby was born.
How much is the health care?
It's $111 a month.
Okay.
This baby is 2 years old. We've been together for about 3 years, and I just, that's a lot of money.
All right, everyone. Let's dive into another intense child support case. Mrs. Armstrong steps forward, requesting financial support from her ex-partner, Miss Tally, for their 2-year-old son, Alex. She explains that she has been covering his health, insurance costs, and believes Miss Tally should contribute. However, Miss Tally has a different viewpoint. She wants more time with her son, not just financial obligations. The judge listens closely, acknowledging the clash between financial responsibility and parenting rights. With emotions running high, the stage is set for a tense yet fair discussion. Mrs. Armstrong makes her case. She has been the primary.
Want her to pay child support.
And I need that money.
Okay, she needs that money. You don't want to pay that money?
No, ma'am. Instead, I want to spend time with this child. She's not allowing me to see my son, Alex, for the last 1.5 years.
Okay.
I mean, I have an amazing 2-year-old son that I'm being denied access to see. And I do not believe that I should be paying child support. Rather than I should be able to spend time with my son and actively be in his life.
Okay. Is there a reason you have not been allowing her to see Alex?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there a reason for that?
Well, Judge, I feel like time is not money. And,
Well, stop. Hold on. It's not money. But you would agree with me that she is the mother, right?
Yes.
Okay. And would you want for her to deny you access to Alex?
Well, it would be
It's a yes or no?
No.
Okay, then. So, you do not have a reason to not allow her to see her son.
But she doesn't help me take care of my son.
Now, financially, we'll get to that in a moment. She's not going to have a choice if the child is living with you primarily. Is that what's
Correct.
going on?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And how often do you allow her to see him at all?
No.
Okay. Now that's going to change today. You do not have any authority to do that. You do not have it both ways. You can't say, I want her to pay this money, but at the same time, I don't want her to see our son. It doesn't work like that.
Well, once she starts paying me some money, then she can also start seeing the son.
Well, they don't go together.
Okay.
The possession to a child has nothing to do with paying child support. You do not decide that. You understand? Okay, because in a different court, you could actually be held in contempt for that if you all had a court order and you were denying her access to your son. You understand that, right?
Yes, Judge.
Primary caregiver for Alex and has been paying $111 a month for his health insurance. She is frustrated that Miss Tally hasn't contributed financially and insists she start paying child support. However, she admits she has kept Miss Tally from seeing their son for the past 1.5 years. The judge takes note of the conflict between financial obligations and parenting rights. Mrs. Armstrong's focus on money over co-parenting raises concerns, and the judge doesn't hesitate to call her out. The tension builds as Miss Tally gets ready to present her side. Miss Tally steps forward, arguing that she wants more time with Alex rather than just being expected to pay child support. She believes Mrs. Armstrong.
As for you, you'll be able to see your son, but you do understand that you have to pay child support as well.
Absolutely, yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you do not have any objection to paying
No,
child
ma'am.
support. Okay, so you heard that, right? Okay, all right. So it seems like money is what's important to you, not necessarily her having a relationship with the child. That's right?
Yes.
And that's sad. And it's very sad that you admitted it. Okay, so you turned in some tax returns up here. I have your gross at $6,000 a year. And how many children? It's just Alex,
It's
right?
just one. Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any other children outside of Alex?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So that brings your net down to $4,789.79 for one child. And then you do have to reimburse her health insurance because she's
Absolutely.
been paying it. You're okay with that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, you don't really have a choice. So, okay. Plus the 111 comes out to $1,069 a month.
Okay. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
All right. Do you have any questions about that?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have any questions about that?
No, ma'am, it's Judge.
Okay. Why do you have this smirk on your face?
Oh, I like those numbers. Judge Rhonda. Judge Rhonda.
Sad. She's not going to have to come back in here and say, you know, she's not letting me see my child or anything like that, is she?
So when she sees the child, do I have to be
no.
around?
That's a no, because you're not going to do that, right? You're going to let her see the child.
Do I
Yes.
have to be around her when she comes? She has to come pick the child up, like for a weekend.
Yeah. However she picks.
Armstrong is using financial control to limit her access to their child. The judge quickly steps in, reminding Miss Talley that child support and parenting time are two separate issues. At the same time, the judge warns Mrs. Armstrong that withholding access to Alex could result in legal consequences. Miss Talley makes it clear that she is willing to contribute financially but also wants to be an active part of Alex's life. The atmosphere is tense as both parents struggle to reach common ground. As the case comes to an end, the judge reflects on the legal aspects of the situation. In Texas, child support and visitation rights are separate matters, and preventing a parent from seeing their child.
You guys have a child, so you should be able to be cordial with each other to some extent. You don't have to necessarily like each other, but
It has
you
to
do
be
need
able
to
to
let her
benefit the
see.
child.
Huh?
It has to be able to benefit the child. I mean, you have to look at Alex's best interest in his life. He needs both of his moms. It's like you can't just deny one.
What's the
I agree
least
with that.
of amount of time that I can let her spend with my child?
You know what? We're not going to go there. You're going to let her see him, and that's the end of it. You have your money, right?
Yes.
Okay, then. So do you have any other questions? All right. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Has legal consequences. The judge also stresses the importance of co-parenting and putting the child's needs above personal conflicts. She reminds everyone that court orders must be followed. Avoiding responsibilities only harms the children involved. The episode ends with a message. If you know someone facing a similar issue, share their story. After all, child support battles have lasting effects, and every decision shapes a child's future. With firm yet compassionate words, the judge urges parents to put their children first.